Greetings, everyone. Gary Wagner here, 800 Biz Ninja Marketing in the Ninja Marketing Dojo. I have a question for you. What is your company's biggest asset, most important asset? Now, some people will say it's their sales staff. Some people say it's their management philosophy. Some people will say it's their product or their customer service. And all of those are important. All of those are critical factors that your business needs to have to be successful. But there's one factor that a lot of times we forget when we're thinking about that equation, and that is reputation. Our reputation, our honesty, our integrity, those are factors that go a long way to providing for the success of our business. And they are so difficult to build and so easy to lose. Let me tell you a story about an insignificant act from my days back in college. It's at Louisiana Tech University. It's in the fall. It is football season, intramural football season to be exact. And our team is playing our last game of the season in the regular schedule. And a win with this game puts us in the campus championship. Now, we weren't the biggest fraternity. We weren't the fastest fraternity, but we were gritty. So we hung in there. So we were in a real fight to win this final game to be able to get into the championship. And it was the second quarter. Time's running down. Score is tied up. All we have to do is score a touchdown, and we're virtually assured of getting in the campus-wide championship. So we're moving down the field. We get down to the other side of the 50-yard line, now within striking distance of the goal. Our quarterback calls for a post pattern, which means you run down, head to the middle of the field, eventually the goal line, and score. I'm playing wide receiver. I split out to the right, heart pounding in my chest, knowing that there's a good chance the ball's coming toward me. I look back at the line, watch for this ball to be snapped, and as soon as it's snapped, I take off. And I take about 5 to 7 steps down the field, plant, turn hard to the outside to fake the defender out, and cut back to the right, and it worked. The defender bites, I get a couple of steps on him, and I'm heading down toward the middle of the field, toward the end zone. I look back, and there's a perfect spiral headed my way. The pass is right on target. It's right in my grasp. All I have to do is reach up, grab that ball, pull it down, turn and cross the goal line, and victory is ours. And as luck would have it, I did. The ball hit right in my hands in perfect stride and crossed the goal line. And I'm ready to turn and celebrate with my teammates our victory and our chance to get into the campus championship. When I look, and there's a yellow piece of cloth laying in the middle of the field, back near the line of scrimmage. One of the referees had spotted a hold on the line by one of our team members. Call the touchdown back. We were devastated. It was all of our hard work was going to pay off, and yet in that one instant, it's wiped away. And as I looked, I see the referee that is picking up the flag. And lo and behold, it's our own fraternity brother. He could have easily overlooked it, but he threw the flag that cost us the game and cost us the championship run. Now, needless to say, he didn't get a very warm reception when he got back to the fraternity house. If I remember, all of his clothes were on the front yard and his underwear was mostly all up the flagpole. Hard lesson, but the story doesn't end there. Fast forward 5 or 6 years later, when a group of us are gathered together at the wedding of my best friend and our fraternity brother, and we're all standing around talking. The honest referee had gone on and graduated, and he was a lawyer, and he was running for a judgeship in a county in Texas. Another one of our fraternity brothers had gone to work for the labor unions as a labor organizer. And so they're talking, and we're talking to the honest referee. And as we're talking, our fraternity brother that works for the labor unions asks him about his run for the judgeship. And he said, "Do you need some donation, a campaign for your campaign?" And he said, "Well, yeah, sure, I could use a donation. That would be great." And our fraternity brother with the union said, "Well, do you want that above the table through legal channels, or do you want it under the table where you can do with it whatever you want?" And our honest fraternity brother said, I think I want it above board. I think I want it all through legal channels." And so we all kind of laughed. But the next statement that came out of our union brother's mouth was, "Well, at some point in time, we may need a favor, and you'll be willing to do that for us, right?" And I laughed. And I related the story of the flag that cost us the intramural game. And I said, if he wouldn't look away and easily not throw that flag, keep that flag in his back pocket, and had left it alone, we would have won the game. But he could not because of his integrity and his honesty. Do you think he's going to take an unethical or illegal monies and do something that would violate his principles? Now, that story has lasted with me for 40 years. And I still keep in touch with him to this day because he is that kind of man. The integrity, the honesty that he portrays is such an example that it reminded me of this particular story and what we as business people need to be concerned with, and what we as business people need to treat our employees and our customers and our whole business philosophy with. We need to protect that reputation. We need to have, and we need to be known as that business that's honest, that is utmost integrity, that takes care of their customers, that takes care of their employees, whether or not the situation is right or wrong in their favor. They do what's right. It's so easy to look aside when it's a small error that was made that maybe nobody knows, and it might have cost a couple of bucks, might have brought in a few dollars for you. Do you look it away, or do we give it back? Honesty and integrity are not things that you can advertise and promote. It's things that your customers, your clients, your employees know. It's something that you instill in them. It's not something that we can just talk about. It has to be from an inward philosophy of doing what's right. We work so hard on reviews, and we understand reviews are golden, having solid reviews, but you don't get those by providing shoddy work. And we all have clients that are going to be problems. We're never going to make everyone happy, but it's how do we treat that unhappy customer as well as we treat that raving fan? Because the dissatisfied customer may not give you a great review, but they won't give you a bad one because they know that you did your best, and that accidents or unfortunate situations happen, or even perceptions of what would be right or wrong. But they understand that your philosophy, if that carries through, that integrity carries through into your business, that's recognized. That is gold. That's really where that loyal, raving fan is built, because you're not always going to be the cheapest, lowest price, have the quickest turnaround. But if you've got a client base that recognizes you for your integrity, your honesty, your reputation, they're not going to your competitor. They're staying with you because they know what they have with you. So my question to you is, would you be one of those businesses that picks up the flag and looks the other way? Or are you one of those businesses that follows through with what's right, what's honest, and what your integrity calls for? I'm Gary Wagner, 800 Biz Ninja Marketing. Hope you've enjoyed my little story. Watch for more to come. Thank you.